Hello student, today we will start chapter 6 DC circuit and measurement. In this chapter we will study about the electric cell and different combination of cells like resistor and capacitor we have studied already, and some electrical measurement devices which can measure potential difference, current. Okay, so our chapter 6 is DC circuit and measurement. So first topic is electric cell. What is an electric cell? It is a device which convert chemical energy into electrical energy. Cell, it is very common misconception that the cell is a source of current. The correct thing is that the cell is a source of electrical energy. A cell converts chemical energy into electrical energy. And second topic is electromotive force in a cell. Actually, electromotive force is a misnomer. It is electromotive force is that region due to which a positive charge flows from low potential to high potential inside the cell. As we know, positive charge moves in an electric field from higher potential to low potential, but electromotive force of a cell is the region due to which a positive charge moves from low potential to high potential. Okay, so this is the electromotive force. The SI unit of electromotive force is also volt, just like potential difference. Here you can see in this circuit there is a cell having electromotive force E0, which is directed from negative plate to positive plate, and it is providing electric current in this resistor R. Okay, so we can define the electromotive force or EMF of a cell is the total work done by the cell in flowing unit positive charge outside the cell as well as inside the cell. As we know, potential difference is the work done by some external agent in moving a unit positive charge from a point to another point. So just like this, electromotive force is the work done also by an external agent. And what is this external agent? This is cell. So the electromotive force is defined as the total work done by the cell in moving unit positive charge outside the cell as well as inside the cell. Okay, so this is electromotive force. And the terminal potential means it is the parameter which is related to outside the cell. In outer circuit, the work done by the cell in flowing unit positive test charge from a point to another point is called terminal potential difference. As you can see in this figure, this is a cell of EMF E, which is directed from negative plate to positive plate, and there are three resistors connected in series. So the terminal potential across this one is V1, and second one is V2, and third one is V3. So we can say V1 is the terminal potential across the end of this resistor, first resistor, and or you can say this is the work done by the cell in flowing unit positive charge from this point to this point. Okay, across this resistor is terminal potential difference. As I told you, the total work done by the cell. Total work done by the cell means work done in moving a charge inside the outside circuit as well as inside the cell from negative plate to positive plate. So EMF is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now our next topic is internal resistance of a cell. As you can see, the resistance offered by the electrolyte of cell to the flow of current through is called the internal resistance of the cell. This is the resistance offered by electrolyte in the flow of current or positive charge through it. It is called internal resistance of the cell. We have studied the resistance. Resistance means it is the these are the obstacle in path of flow of current inside a metallic conductor. So same as this, internal resistance is related to cell. This is the resistance offered by the electrolyte in flow of moving positive charge or current. So the factor on which it depends, it is directly proportional to separation between two plates, inversely proportional to plate area dipped into the electrolyte. It depends upon the nature, concentration and temperature of the electrolyte. The internal resistance of a cell is not constant. This is a very important point. The internal resistance of a cell is not constant. It increases by the use of cell. As we use cell, so internal resistance of a cell continuously increases. And there is some note point, the internal resistance of ideal cell is 0. Before this chapter, we have studied many electrical circuit in which we have calculated the total internal resistance, total capacitance. In all those circuits, the cell we have used having no internal resistance, so that was an ideal cell. So in ideal cell, the resistance will be 0. Internal resistance of a primary cell is greater than the secondary cell. There are two types of cell, primary cell and the secondary cell, and the internal resistance of primary cell is greater than the secondary cell. Now, in topic number 5, relation between E, V and R. This is a very important derivation. You have done it. You should calculate it. You should do it. So, relation between E, V and R. E is EMF of cell, V is terminal potential or potential difference, and R is internal resistance. As we know, we can see, I have told you W external. That this is dW. This is the total work done by cell. Total work done by cell is equal to inflowing charge within the cell itself from negative plate to positive plate. This is W internal and this is W external. It represents the circuit outside the cell. So the total work done by the cell is equal to W external plus W internal. Now we can say this is EI dt, this is VI dt, I square R dt, this is E is equal to V plus IR. So the relation is V is equal to E minus IR. V is equal to E minus IR. This is the terminal potential of a cell. This is EMF of cell, current flowing through cell. This is internal resistance of cell. As we can see, in this situation, from this expression, we can conclude that V is less than E. This is the situation when cell is discharging. When cell is discharged, in that situation, the terminal potential across the plate of cell is less than its EMF. Okay. So, when cell is discharging, we will use V is equal to E minus IR. And when cell is charging, in that situation, V is greater than E. In that situation, only replace this negative sign with a positive sign. So, always remember, when cell is discharging, the terminal potential across the plate of that cell is less than its EMF. And when cell is in charging situation, then the expression will be V is equal to E plus IR, and in that situation V must be greater than, potential difference must be greater than EMF of that cell. Okay, so we have proved the relation between terminal potential and EMF of cell. Now we will see the relation between current and EMF of cell. So the current in the resistance R is I is equal to V over R. Substituting the value of V from equation 1, we get I is equal to E minus IR over capital R. So this is the relation between current and EMF. I is equal to V over R. V is the parameter which represents the circuit outside the cell. But if we want to take EMF in place of V, then we have to take total resistance. Total resistance means total external resistance plus internal resistance of cell. So I is equal to E over R plus R. Now we have some combination of cells. as like we have done the combination of resistors in combination of capacitor. So in resistor, in case of resistor and case of capacitor, we have done two combination, one is series and parallel. So just like capacitor and resistor, we have some combination related to cell. First is series combination, parallel combination and mixed combination. So in series combination, consider these cell, these are N cell having same internal resistance and same EMF are connected in series with a load resistor R. You can see these cells are in series combination. In series combination, all the cell having EMF E is directed in the same direction. You can see in series combination of cell, you can say that the negative plate is connected to positive plate and the other negative plate is connected to the positive plate of other cell. So this is series combination of cell. In series combination, the EMF of all cell are in same direction, means negative plate to positive plate. So we have studied that in series we can add up the terminal potential. So just like terminal potential in series, we can add up the EMF of all cell. So one cell having EMF E, there are total N cell. So the total EMF will be NE. Now we have to calculate the resistance, internal resistance, equivalent internal resistance. Small r up to N term. All internal resistance are connected in series. So in series, the total internal resistance is N small r. Now the total resistance of circuit, this combination of cell, or you can call it battery, is connected to this load in series. So the total resistance will be NR plus capital R. Now we can calculate the current given by this battery. So current is I is equal to total EMF over total resistance. So I is equal to total EMF is NE upon total resistance is NR plus R. So this is the expression for current given by the battery in which all cells are connected in series. Now in parallel combination, just like series, in parallel combination we have studied that in parallel the potential across every branch is same. So we have N cell connected in parallel having EMF E and internal resistance R. So the total EMF of this battery will be E. Now the total internal resistance 1 over R, 1 is equal to 1 over R plus 1 over R up to N term. This is N over R. So R1 is equal to small r over N. Now the total resistance of this circuit will be, you can say this total internal resistance is connected in series with a load resistor. So always remember the total resistance of the load resistance, the total load resistance is connected with the internal resistance of a battery. So the total resistance of circuit will be R over N plus R. Now the current, same as in series, we have calculated I is equal to total EMF over total resistance. So total EMF is E upon R plus N plus R. After calculating, it will be NE over R plus NR. Now in mixed combination, you can see some resistors, some cells are in series and some branches in which cells are in series are connected in parallel. So we have total N row and M column. M row and N column. Total number of branches are N, small n. So the total internal resistance 1 over NR, 1 over NR up to N term M over NR. So this is R1 is equal to NR over small n. Now the total resistance of this battery, this battery is connected in series with the load resistor R. So the total resistance NR over M plus R. Now same as in previous two combination. Actually we are calculating the expression for current in these derivations, so the current is given by total EMF over total resistance. So the total EMF NE and the total resistance is NR plus M plus R. So the expression for current will be Mn capital E over NR plus Mr. Now in next step we have to find the I maximum condition for I maximum, in which situation current will be maximum. So we have calculated this denominator. We can write this denominator as like this. For I maximum, this will be minimum, and the minimum value of this expression at when NR is equal to MR. So it will cut, and the minimum value of NR plus MR is equal to plus 2 under root Mn RR. So this is the value of load resistor for which current in this circuit will be maximum. Okay, so this was the mixed combination. Here you can see some cases, so you can solve it. Here is a very good example in which all the cell having different EMF and different resistor. So the equivalent EMF is given by E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2, where small r is equal to, this is the equivalent resistor, R1 R2 over R1 plus R2. Okay. Now here are some important laws which will be very useful up to magnetism. Okay, in electrostatic, current, electricity, electromagnetic induction, we can use it everywhere. These are the Kirchhoff's law. These laws are used to solve the complex electrical circuit. Complex electrical circuit, they can have resistor, they can have capacitor, they can have inductor. We can solve with the help of this laws every electrical circuit. It means if we want to find the value of current in a particular portion of a given circuit, potential difference across 2 points in a circuit, or if you want to calculate the equivalent resistance or equivalent capacitance, for which we can use these laws which are called Kirchhoff laws. So there are two laws related. There are two Kirchhoff laws. First is junction rule. According to this rule, in a circuit at any junction, the algebraic sum of current will be 0. This rule is based upon the conservation of charge. This is a very important question. It is frequently asked on which conservation rule the Kirchhoff laws are based upon. So the first law, which is called junction rule or current rule, is based upon conservation of charge. According to this rule, in a circuit at any junction, the algebraic sum of current is 0. And the second law, which is called loop rule, so this rule is based upon the conservation of energy. You have to learn it. First law is based upon the conservation of charge, and second law, which is loop rule or voltage rule, is based upon the conservation of energy. Okay, so according to second law, in a loop we can take a loop to apply this law. So in a loop or in a closed circuit, and more precisely says, in a closed circuit, the total potential difference across the end of a resistor, across the plate of cell, across the plate of capacitor will be 0. The total terminal voltage across the end of resistor and end of plate of a cell will be 0. Here in this example you can show this is a circuit having two cell internal EMF E1 and E2. There are three external resistance connected to in this circuit R1, R2 and R3. The current given by first cell is I1 and second cell is I2. The total current passing through R3 will be I1 plus I2. So we can, there are two loops. You can see in this example there are two closed circuits in a given circuit, loop first and loop second. So we can apply second law for a loop for a closed circuit. So for first loop, here we can see the total potential difference I1 R1 minus I2 R2 minus E1 plus E2 is equal to 0. The total potential difference across the end of a resistor or and the plate of cell will be 0. Okay, so this is a very important rules, you can learn it. So you will read it carefully. In next video we will discuss some measurement devices and theorems.